Good evening, sir. It seems the mission was a failure. 6382 was sealed by a shithead named Chu. Seems we have underestimated how easy this would be.
I said failure wasn't an option. You'll get this mission done with or without 6382. Now go back there and either unseal that bastard or defeat that fucking runt. You are dismissed.
Aye. Understood, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth season of KCC. I am your coach of the Baltimore Raid Raptors, Chew the Whoop, and let's get into our draft analysis. But first, this video is totally sponsored. But let's go over last season a little bit and see what we're changing. So, last season we had a strong but not great draft. It propelled us to playoffs off the back of Dino and Raid Raptor, but the other decks we had really couldn't push themselves to match or sort of keep up. So that's sort of the reason why we're here, why we lost in quarterfinals, and now we're here with a vengeance. So last season it was sort of decks that really didn't do much, staples that were drafted for one deck only, and it really just was a dysfunctional mess. And this season we're hoping to fix it. So this season we decided to try and build around Phantom Knights with their newly unbanned Bardiche in the format in exchange for PK launch. This means we can't do any sort of Kali Yuga bullshit. However, dark focused decks have quite a nice time making Bardiche sitting on two Fog Blades and daring our opponent to take action. So with that in mind, let's get into the draft. Round 1, people were picking up, their tier 1s, their staples, and I had staples in mind. We don't have to pick up Phantom Knights round 1 because frankly it's not a round 1 pick, and we can pick up a powerful staple instead. So the main idea was to get Forbidden Droplets. However, with us being at 13th pick, not very likely. Unfortunately, that pitch went pick fucking 1. The first goddamn pick of the season. So, unfortunate, but something did drop to us that's really nice for our combo decks. Called by the Grave, at 3 in this format. Nice hand trap protection and nice interruption if we set it versus our opponent. So, going into round 2, I knew I wanted to, sort of do something with Raid Raptor. It's my favorite deck, and I have yet to go through all the possibilities with the deck itself. And with that in mind, we knew people were building a sort of Tri-Brigade draft. 2 people were fighting for all the Tri-Brigade stuff. So it only makes sense we pick up Phantom Knights now, not have to worry about just playing pure fucking Raid Raptors later. So we picked up Phantom Knights round 2. Bardiche is insane. That's really all there is to say about that. Round 3, none of our decks are really on anybody's radar at this point. So we thought, since everybody else is starting to pick up their limited staples, we might as well get in on the hype and the bullshit about it. And we picked up the best limited staple left at that point, which is Lightning Storm. Powerful going second tool, beating combo decks, beating control decks, if we draw it. 2 copies, we're going to see it less, but it's still nice to have. Round 4, I need to start picking up decks. So round 4, we're picking up Time Thief, which, with the Raid Raptor stuff we're going to be picking up soon, gives us a 1-card engine in Raid Raptors. Redoer's a nice card. We can play Bardiche and Time Thief, so we have a little nice 3-deck core. Speaking of Raid Raptor, we're picking it up round 5. I thought, Raid Raptor's been on the board for a little while, the Tri-Brigade player is getting sniped to hell and back. Let's pick it up now before he thinks Tri-Brigade Raid Raptor is, good. Which it really isn't. Round 6, we need to start picking up the rest of our staples. The last 3 decks we have on nobody's radar, and if there are, oh fucking well. So we're going to, for the next 2 picks, we're picking up what we think are the best 2 staples left on the staple board: Alpha the Master Beast and Dimensional Barrier. Alpha's good going second, however it's not the best blind second tool, and then Dimensional Barrier is a nice side deck card we can play every week depending on the matchup. Right, for our last 3 picks, we decided to go in order through our tiers because that'd be what's most to least sought after, if anything. So round 8, we decided to pick up Springans to sort of work cohesively with the rest of our draft. Springans is a nice Xyz deck that works with Time Thief, so that's why we picked that up. And then the last 2 picks are sort of flex spots that really don't mesh well with the rest of our draft, but are decent standalones outside of our tier 4, because tier 4s aren't that great. Math Mech is our tier 3, with a cyber stuff being, untiered. It's a 1-deck combo deck that does, decently well. However, we don't have IP or Apo, so it's not as good as what it is in the TCG. And lastly, we decided to pick up Gaia. We could have picked up something like Suship, but I was worried about Xyz hate. However, I probably shouldn't be worried about that, considering our decks are already completely Xyz, essentially, so we might end up dropping Gaia for Suship halfway through the season. So this is our draft of the season. I find it very powerful. I find it very cohesive, sort of unlike last season. So I'm hoping we do well this season, and by the looks of our schedule, we should be just fine. Week 1 will be going up this Sunday, where we'll be fighting against Kylo, which is going to be a rough matchup. Our first 2 weeks are going to be pretty difficult, but if we can get out of there XO, we will be A-okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. And if you want to see more, where to look. Bye-bye.